So look, right, this live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel either sometime today or sometime tomorrow. Now look, let's just go ahead and get right into it. To be honest, got a lot to talk about in this live. A lot to talk about, man. A lot of real information that a lot of people aren't speaking about. A lot of people are speaking up about it, but it's definitely not getting spoken about enough, man. But look, right, I'm gonna give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving you shout out to everyone and to y'all that literally take energy out of y'all day to come rock with me, show support. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all so much more than love always deeply. Also, if you want to buy my ebook, you can. It's $10.90. Link is gonna be in the description and in the comments. The link's gonna be in the description and in the comments down below. Let's go ahead and get ready for the video. I'm also sending good positive energy towards everyone always deeply. Now look, right, the truth about like the hood and like stuff like that, right? Um, not a gangbanger, right? I'm not from no life, right? I have nothing against the hood. I have nothing against no one. But the thing is like, I'm not a gangbanger. I'm not in the gang, nothing like that. But the thing is that I want to touch on is like a lot of people misread what the hood is, and gang banging and some drugs. They're gonna be decoding what a lot of things are getting misunderstood and getting misunderstood, right? Misunderstood, right? So look, right. A lot of people look at gang bangers and look at drug dealers. Like, oh, you're a drug dealer. Like you're you shouldn't, you shouldn't, you're disgusting and all this stuff, right? That's what a lot of people think about drug dealers. But in reality, when you go to the grocery store, isn't somebody selling you drugs? Let's go deeper. When you're in the grocery store, aren't they selling you drugs? What are they selling you? They're selling you products. When you're getting drugs, they're selling you what? A product. A lot of these foods, a lot of these drinks have drugs in them. When you go to the CVS store, what do you think you're buying? You're buying drugs. So why is it a problem when the people on the street sell drugs and the people in the grocery stores and these stores are selling you drugs? They're both bad for you. If we're being honest, if it's in a grocery store, it's bad for you. I'm just being honest. Even when it comes down to the fruit, yes, the fruit. Yes, you can still, of course, you can still go with the healthiest option in the grocery store. But I'm not trying to scare nobody, but it's the honest truth. If you are shopping, I shop in the grocery store, right? And I'm vegetarian. But even though I'm vegetarian and I eat healthy and I fast, etc., I work out, etc., I'm still not eating as healthy as I could be eating because, for one, I'm still getting my groceries from the grocery store, right? If in a grocery store, you're not meant to eat it, you're not meant to drink it, right? No matter how healthy it might be, if it is in the grocery store, you're not supposed to be eating it, you're not supposed to be drinking it. Why? Because they have tampered with the food, right? So even though that apple might have been natural, they tampered with it. They did something to the apple if it was already natural, not 100% natural, right? You see what I'm saying? Like in the future, I might be like creating my own garden, right? Where I don't even go to the grocery store no more. Or if I do go to the grocery store, it might just be for like a few things. Like really shouldn't be grocery shopping, including myself. So, what's up, Arno? My bad if I'm saying your name wrong. Now look, right? So with with the hood, right? A lot of people don't like drug dealers, gangbangers, all this stuff. But a lot of people who dislike these people, a lot of times, bro, not all the times, but a lot of times, sometimes those people didn't come from the hood. So they don't know how it felt. Now, like I said earlier on this live, I'm not from the hood, never been from the hood, right? But a lot of people who get into gangs, one of the main reasons why a lot of people get into gangs is because they feel like they don't got nobody. A lot of people who grow up in the hood, they don't have a father, they don't have a mother. Some of them didn't grow up with neither one, right? Some of them was just grown up with just, maybe their sisters or brothers, maybe their grandma or something like that, right? And in the hood, a lot of chaos goes on sometimes, not all the time, right? So the thing is that like, am I lagging? Because I was trying to go live earlier and like my stuff kept like glitching. My stuff usually doesn't do that. Really. Like I was thinking about not even going live today because I was trying to go live, but it was kind of like lagging or whatever. But look, right? So with the hood, right? A lot of violence takes place in the hood, not all the time though. And a lot of times these guys, these young guys or these young men, they decide to get in gangs because they don't want to get jumped. They want to feel like they have some type of protection around them. Because a lot of people in the hood, a lot of times they don't have a dad with them around them, or they don't have a mom around them. You know, they might not have grown up with brothers and sisters, right? So they feel like, dang, I gotta have me a little squad or a little trio just in case somebody try to do something. It's like people that are like, you know, fight back with me and try to protect me as well. You know, another thing is too, right? Drug dealers go sell drugs instead of working a job because they might not be fully awakened, but they so know they're not supposed to be working no job. So they're like, you know what? I'm gonna just go sell this drug instead. It's something that I like to smoke, right? You see what I'm saying? And another thing is too, right? What a lot of people not realizing about people from the hood is a lot of times people talk down on the hood, but a lot of times people who talking down the hood, they never been in the hood. A lot of people haven't been in those situations, right? It's some hoods where it's only one bed in the whole crib in the whole house, right? Grocery shopping once a month. It's people who are living like that right now. You see what I'm saying? Right? All that they evil people that they stealing, they in the lick. I'm not saying that they right for what they doing, but I'm also saying, do you get why they doing it? A lot of people who rob be broke, and they so know they're not supposed to be working a job. So that a lot of them ain't gonna go clock get no job because they know it's the soul, bro. Your soul knows. Even if you aren't fully awakened, even if you haven't like really opened that pineal gland, that third eye, your soul. If you got a soul, your soul knows, bro. Why you think if you turn on roots, a lot of us get mad and get that chaotic energy start rising because your soul know. Your soul know the truth, right? So a lot of times people in the hood, a lot of times these gangbangers, these drug dealers, etc. A lot of times, bro, they be misunderstood, right? A lot of times they don't. Not everybody. Some of them really do want to do that. A lot of them don't want to do that, right? A lot of them don't want to sell drugs. A lot of them don't want to go rob houses, right? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? I appreciate that, bro. I'm not on Wi-Fi right now, though. But yeah, though, man. But you know, and also you can come back and rewatch this if you want to, because this gonna get uploaded to my YouTube channel. Either sometime there or tomorrow. Yeah, though, man. A lot of times we misunderstand a lot of stuff that's going on, bro. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times you look at the hood and people from the hood as if they're just cruel and evil. Yes, a lot of people are cruel and evil. It's a lot of people who live in the suburbs that are cruel and evil, right? Cruel and evil can be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily have to be in the hood, right? Or in a certain environment. It can be anywhere, right? Now, another thing is too, right? Another thing is too, right, is that what a lot of people not realizing about the hood is, right, and about like drug dealing is that, bro, when you go into a grocery store, they selling you drugs. You buying drugs. It's a chess move, bro. These higher ups, these elites who run this world, they sell you drugs. A lot of y'all eat and drink drugs and you're just not even aware of it because you're not reading the ingredients. You're not tapping in more, right? You go to CVS, if you're not feeling good, what a lot of people do, they go to the doctor. What the doctor do? They give you a drug. And they sell you a drug, and once you get done, and they make you pay or whatever. They're selling you drugs to make you feel better, to make you more laugh, make you more chill. It's an issue. The drug dealers are right, but do you see what's going on here? Why can these people over here sell you drugs, but these people over here can't sell you drugs? Why is it illegal for these people to sell you drugs, but it's not illegal for these people over here to sell you drugs? What a lot of y'all don't realize is a lot of ancient souls, ancient warrior souls be from the hood, right? Why you think so many people from the hood be having locks and be having braids and be having long ether, long hair? Because a lot of them be tapped in. They just be vibrating low. If you tap, you tapped in. Rather, if you vibrating low or you vibrating high, I'm gonna say that again. If you tapped in, you tapped in regardless. It's just okay. You tapped in, but you vibrating low, so that's the energy that you want. But you still tapped in. In other words, you can still tap in and ascend and raise your vibration at any given moment, bro. It's up to you if you truly want to. Vice versa. You can be vibrating mad high, and at any given moment, you can decide if you want to lower your vibration, right? So now, what I want y'all to understand and overstand as well, right, about the hood, right? A lot of times, a lot of these people in the hood, they be misunderstood, right? They grew up around violence. A lot of them did. They didn't grow up around being loved and stuff like that, right? So, you know, when they get around other people, a lot of times we be projecting energy. A lot of times we act, a lot of times people act how the way they act is because of how the way their parents act, or their guardians, or whoever was around them when they was much younger, right? Because a lot of that stuff goes into people's subconscious mind, into their mind, right? Anything you see, it goes to your brain, literally, right? Now, okay, cool. Now, right, so, excuse me, another thing too with the hood, they get this and that, this and that, right? But what a lot of people not realizing is, it's so many people that's in the hood right now that's trying to do right. They're not just trying to do right, they are doing right. They staying out of trouble. They're not gang banging. They're not selling drugs, right? A lot of them is trying to get out of those situations, bro. A lot of them are trying to get out of those environments. Don't believe everything you hear on the news. A lot of stuff on the news, bro, they just showing it's really, a lot of times the news be like one-sided, bro. What I mean by one-sided is sometimes on the news, they just showing you one part of something. They're not showing you, a lot of times on the news, they're not showing you the full story. They're not showing you the full message. They're not showing you the full book. They're just showing you a page, right? Oh, he shot and killed 8 people. Whole time, those people might have been messing with that person since high school, but they might not even tell you about that part. You know what I'm saying? For real, I'm telling y'all, bro, like, don't believe, I recommend not to believe everything I hear off the internet and from somebody's mouth, not of a book. I don't even watch the news, bro. It's low vibrational. I don't watch the news. I don't really watch TV. I'll watch some YouTube, right? I'll turn on some Netflix, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, you know? But I don't really watch TV. I might watch a basketball game, football game here and there. I don't really watch TV like that. I'm okay when I take time every day to get off social media. You see what I'm saying? Right? Because you know what I'm saying? Social media, it can drain you, bro. I mean, you can't get drained. You have infinite amounts of energy at the moment, but it can make you feel tired, etc. Do you think is the real successor of the Roman Empire? It's a good question. My answer to that is, the real success is you. I might not have answered your question how you may want me to answer your question, but the real success is you. A lot of times we try to control other things and try to control other people's reality and perceptions, but it's imperative to control you, right? You can make your own mind a kingdom. You can make your own self a kingdom. You can be a king. You can be a queen, right? And if you black, you a goddess and a god naturally, genetically speaking, right? So, you can build your own way of life. You create your own reality is basically what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Right? You don't gotta work for people. You got people teaming up and helping you with this and this and that. You see what I'm saying, bro? So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, a lot of times with the hood, a lot of times we want to look down on the hood like we better than the hood. It's so many people in the hood right now that's trying so hard to get out of the hood, that's trying to get in better environments, right? The news, they want to be one-sided. Oh, he killed this many people. But are they telling you why he killed those people? I'm not saying what he did is right, but are they telling you why he killed those people? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff, bro, on the news, it be fake. It be fake, bro. You don't think they can stage stuff? What do you think acting is? Acting is staging. They staged going to the moon. They didn't land on the moon. First of all, if you act, and I might make a whole separate video on this, but I'm gonna touch base on it right now though. I be paying attention. I'm psychic. I really feel energy, etc. Look, tonight, right? If you want to, just you can look outside. You ain't gotta go outside. You just look out your window. Okay, no stars out tonight. Okay, cool. You looking out the window every night, 4 days straight, no stars, even though they're not actually stars. Maybe so, no stars. The 5th night, all of a sudden, you seeing stars. So on those other 4 days, you think those stars wasn't there? No, those stars were still there. It's just they have a dome. In other words, they program the sky. They somewhat program the sky. How is it? I've seen it before. How is it one night it's a bunch of stars, and then another night it's no stars out at all? Where did the stars go? It didn't disappear. Y'all programmed. This is a program, bro. Holograms been real. Before the 2000s, holograms been real. Maybe not before the 2000s, but holograms been real, right? They control a lot of the simulation stuff because they created a lot of this simulation in this matrix and stuff like that, right? For real, a lot of times we don't notice that. Like I noticed that. Like, yo, one night it's a bunch of stars out, then another night, some nights it's no stars out. Where are the stars at? They be controlling that. They could have it to where every night you could see all the stars and all the other planets. They could have it set up like that. They could have it to where it's hot every single day. They could have it set up like that. I'm telling you, right? They could have it cold every single day if they wanted to, or they could at least try to. Because this planet is originally a hot planet, bro. That's what a lot of people don't realize. This planet is originally a hot planet, right? This planet originally isn't supposed to be cold. It's not. There's no such thing as winter and summer. These are man-made. Spring, autumn. These are man-made. You see what I'm saying, bro? Right? But getting back to the whole hood thing, bro. A lot of times we want to feel like the hood is this, the hood is that. Bro, look at the environment that they're in. A lot of people are in the hood right now. They're all in this one bed. They get groceries once a month. Groceries once a month. They living off groceries for once a month. Every month, one grocery shop. They got to make that last for a whole month, bro. It's a lot of people working right now, and they're just barely getting through with the bills, with paying the bills. Right? A lot of dudes, a lot of women, they be getting into these gangs because, dang, people in my neighborhood keep getting jumped. If I'm not a part of some group, I might get jumped next. Who gonna help me if I don't got nobody around me? A lot of people get in the gangs because they want protection. They want to feel like they protected. They want to feel like if I want to walk around here, I can walk around here and feel more safer. Instead of having to always look and, not be able to wear my certain sneakers this day or not wear certain jewelry this day. Bro, you see what I'm saying? You feel me? Okay, so look, bro, this person asked me, how would you defend? And I appreciate you commenting and, appreciate you commenting, So somebody said, how would you defend yourself monologues in the mid ages if you were the king of East European kingdom? Now look, right? If I was a king over there, right? I don't know a lot about that topic specifically. I don't really study that topic. It's not a topic that I really study. Thank you for asking the question though. Um, if I was the king, like, what do you mean? How would I defend? Okay, so you asked me how would I defend myself. I guess you're asking me how would I defend myself against other people back then in that time, in that era. Um, if I was a king back then, I mean, me personally, I would be a peaceful king, right? I wouldn't want violence. I wouldn't want people killing and transcending one another, right? I would want people to be peaceful. I'm also gonna be logical though. I know everybody's not gonna always agree. Disagreements are gonna happen. That's a part of life. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's gonna make mistakes. That's life. But I wouldn't want people fighting and this and that. But people cannot agree on something. That's perfectly fine. That's normal. It's perfectly fine. But I wouldn't want people to go against each other and and just do a whole bunch of negative stuff. If I was a king, I would have it organized, right? I would have myself organized. I can't control other people, but I would have myself organized. And since I'd be a king, I'd be considered also a leader. And since I'm a king, people would look up to me. In other words, people would be inspired by me. So because I'm being peaceful, being in good energy, maybe not everybody, but a few or some might, channel and tap in with that more peaceful energy, calm energy as well, right? To answer your question. But getting back to the whole like hood thing, right? The thing is that a lot of times we overlook a lot of us we be overlooking the hood, bro, and just thinking, oh, they're just some kids in the hood. They don't know any better. Why they so bad? Why they so look at their environment though. Look at what they see. They see killing, they see drug dealing. That's what they see. What a lot of y'all not realizing is what you see goes into your brain. That goes into your brain. This is why you don't gotta be from the hood at all. You could have lived in the suburbs your whole life. But bro, if you keep watching a whole bunch of hood movies, whole bunch of gangster movies, whole bunch of mob movies, bro, you gonna start dressing. A lot of people gonna start dressing different, right? Why do you think in high school this one dude, or this one girl, dang, in high school this person was always, making good grades, staying in trouble, but once they started to listen to certain rap music or certain music, now they want to dress like this. Now they want to act like this. But they was never from the hood. It's the frequency, it's the music, bro. You changing your mind. You changing your subconscious mind, bro. Right? So if you constantly seeing something, you might become it. I'm gonna say that again, bro. If you're constantly seeing something, you might become it. So if you in the hood and you constantly seeing shooting and killing, you might not want to shoot and kill, but because you keep seeing it so much, a lot of people start to think, oh, that's normal. They just shooting over there. That's just them shooting over there on the other side. It becomes normal to a lot of people. But in reality, right? In reality, it starts to become normal for a lot of people. It starts to go into their subconscious mind. They think, oh, I see this all the time. So you know what? I'm going to go shoot them because everybody else be shooting each other. So I'm going to go do it. Right? You see what I'm saying? So, I'm telling y'all, man, like, and like I said, bro, a lot of people, they be getting into gangs because they want some type of form of protection, right? They feel like they need more protection than what they already have, and they soul, man. A lot of people from the hood, they be ancient souls, bro. A lot of people from the hood, they be mad talented. They can jump out the gym, they can shoot the basketball, gymnastics, flips, all of that. Got long locks, long ether, all of that, bro. Like a lot of really ancient souls, a lot of great gods and great goddesses, a lot of them be in the hood. I'm telling you, right? A lot of warrior energy, kundalini high energy, a lot of that be in the hood, bro. I'm telling you, bro. A lot of them be spiritual assassins. A lot of them be assassins. Yes, assassins. It's just the environment, bro. It's the energy. It's a lot of aura filled in the environment, right? A lot of times we talk about aura and we talk about energy, but we don't just got aura. The planet got aura. Mother Nature, Mother Kai, they got aura. So if you're around an environment that's constantly negative, what you think you gonna start doing? You might continue to keep being positive, but a lot of people, they're gonna start being negative because that's what they're around. A lot of people start to get used to it. They start to get comfortable to it. You see what I'm saying? But if you somebody who's never heard a gunshot, if you're hearing people shooting and they running them down, shooting them, you might feel uncomfortable. You might feel like this isn't right. But somebody who hears gunshots on a day-to-day basis, every day or every other day, it's gonna be normal to a lot of them because that's what they're hearing. Their subconscious mind has been programmed to accept that and be around that energy and experience that energy. Maybe so. You see what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, bro, a lot of times we be misunderstanding the hood and people from the hood, right? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times people who aren't from the hood, they want to be in the hood. They might not verbally say it, but their actions clearly show it. Their energy clearly shows it, bro. And like I said earlier, like I said in the beginning of this live, I'm not from the hood. I've never been from the hood, right? I've never gangbanged, none of that. But the thing is that I try not to judge people, bro. You see what I'm saying? Now, if you wrong, you wrong. If you right, you right. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, a lot of times we just, oh, why they do that? Why they did that? But you don't even know the whole story. I'm not saying what they did was right, but you don't even know the whole story. You don't even know the whole story, bro. Oh, he shot his brother. He did that. But do you know the whole story? I'm telling you, bro, a lot of people, bro, a lot of people, bro, they never was in the hood. So why are they acting like they're from the hood? Because they've reprogrammed their subconscious. They've reprogrammed their mind, bro. They've reprogrammed their mind to think that they really in that hood. They really reprogrammed their mind. They really think they got ops, but in reality, nobody's after them. The music that you listen to is so important because it can change your whole, it can change your whole mood. You could be not feeling good, and you turn on some music or you hear some music while you're scrolling or whatever. Your whole vibe, your whole frequency can change because music can flow throughout your soul, throughout your body, literally. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? For real. Somebody said, how many foreign languages can you speak? At the moment, really maybe like only English, to be honest. Maybe like only English. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? But look, though, y'all. This ain't really no long live. I'm about to end the live in a little bit. If y'all have any questions, this is a great time to ask questions while I'm still on here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finna end the live in a little bit. I'm gonna stay on here a little bit longer. But yeah, though, y'all, I just feel like a lot of times we misunderstand the hood and the news and etc. A lot of people they present the hood in a negative way. Like, bro, it's a lot of good. What's up, DR? It's a lot of good. It's a lot of good and positivity that's in the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't be having cookouts no more. But guess what? A lot of people in the hood do. You see what I'm saying? What's up, hot? What's up, mister? A lot of people in the hood do. That's what a lot of people not realizing. A lot of people don't have, I'm going to say that again. A lot of people don't have cookouts no more. But guess what? A lot of families in the hood do. They might argue. They might cuss. They might even shoot at each other. They might fight at each other, whatever. But a lot of families in the hood, they be having cookouts. They be having neighborhood cookouts, all type of different stuff. What's up, DR? Right? You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times the media tries to make the hood only seem negative. Yeah, it's a lot of negative in the hood. Yeah, it's a lot of violence in the hood. But it's also a lot of positive in the hood. It's a lot of people that's trying to get out the hood. It's a lot of people that's high vibrational in the hood. It's a lot of people who's doing good things in the hood, bro. It's a lot of people throwing, positive parties, throwing family reunions. A lot of people not throwing family reunions. It's a lot of people that live in the suburbs right now. They haven't thrown a family reunion in years. But people in the hood, they've been arguing, they've been fighting, etc. But they still having family reunions. A lot of people is not having family reunions in today's society. No, they're not, bro. No, they're not. And if they are still having family reunions, a lot of people aren't showing up to the family reunions. That's just the honest truth, bro, for real. Right? So, a lot of times we just want to look at only the negative, but nah, it's a lot of positive in the hood. It's a lot of positive, and it's a lot of, bro, it's a lot of gifted, everybody's gifted. It's a lot of gifted, it's a lot of gifted individuals in the hood, bro. Some of the most athletic people on this planet right now are literally in the hood. Right? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times people are like, well, dang, why this 12-year-old selling drugs? What you expect, bro? His father sell drugs. When he go to his grandpa's house, he sell drugs. His mom do coke. Right? His sister's boyfriend sell drugs. His friend that he go to school with in elementary, in middle school or whatever, he do drugs. Or he's smoking drugs. So what do you expect out of the kid, bro? You see what I'm saying? The environment. Because the environment that you are in, it has an effect. It can have an effect on your mind, on your conscious, your mind, your subconscious mind, on your mind, on your conscious mind, right? See what I'm saying? Because if you see people get shot a whole lot, a lot of people start to think, oh, that's normal. That ain't nothing. Because that has been programmed into your mind, so you've normalized it in your state of mind and your state of being, bro. For real. I don't got nothing against people from the hood. I don't got nothing against people from the suburbs. I don't got nothing against nobody, bro. But the truth is the truth, bro. It's a lot of good things that are going on in the hood, bro. See what I'm saying? But the media, they want to push the negative about the hood. The news want to push the negative about the hood. Right? See what I'm saying? It's a lot of mothers. It's a lot of fathers. It's a lot of people that's, that's really trying and giving it their all to try to keep their sons and keep the daughters away from that negative energy, to try to keep themselves away from that negative energy. Imagine a person doing drugs, right? And they stop doing drugs. But they in the hood and just about everybody around them doing drugs. Then they end up doing drugs again. You know why? Because look at the environment. They around a whole bunch of people with doing drugs. They seeing drugs. They smelling the drugs in the room. They seeing it on a day-to-day basis. So what do you expect them to do? See what I'm saying, bro? I'm not using it as an excuse, but what do you expect them to do? If a little boy constantly keeps seeing people around him selling drugs, what do you expect him to do? I'm not using it as an excuse, but what do you expect him to do? If a little boy constantly keeps watching WWE, what do you expect him to do? Not want to get into wrestling? Not want to, not want his parents to buy him wrestling gear and wrestling toys? What do you expect him to do? Your subconscious mind, your mind is powerful. Whatever you look at, that goes into your mind, literally. When you're constantly hearing something, that goes into your mind, literally. Excuse me. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm telling y'all. So, you know, look, y'all. We in Mercury retrograde energy, y'all. We in Mercury retrograde energy. 444, as I say that, 444 is an angel number, which means protection, divine protection, etc. You know, um, we should be helping each other, bro. A lot more. You know, it's a lot of individuals that are helping one another, etc. Don't get me wrong, but we should be helping each other a lot more, bro. You know what I'm saying? For real, we really should, bro. You know, we should, you know, like family, bro. A lot of people don't even do family reunions no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to family reunions. My family could throw a family reunion right now. Me personally, I'm not going. I don't got nothing against them, but I'm not going for multiple different reasons. You see what I'm saying? Why is that? So you see, like I'm telling y'all, bro, like times have changed, bro. Energy has changed. In other words, because time not even real. See what I'm saying? But look, man. Hope y'all females and males enjoyed today's live video. Like I said, this live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel. Appreciate the like, by the way. This live will be getting uploaded to my YouTube channel either sometime today or sometime tomorrow. I do appreciate everybody joining this live. This was a great live. Good positive energy. You know what I'm saying? You can't truly lead anybody if you aren't even truly leading yourself, man. And that's real. I'm gonna leave it off with that quote. And I love y'all, man, and peace to all.